before I call the kids up, I want to go over the season a little bit. This is my second season as the varsity coach. My 8th year with the program now, which is hard to believe. It's gone this fast. Over those 8 years, there was a first this year. The first time we had 30 kids at the field, there was only 3 cars in the parking lot. And that's when I knew, man, do I have a young team. I mean, I was like, somebody please get their driver's license. And apparently I should have went to driver's ed with them, because I think 3 of them had tickets already. Anyway, we've grown up. I mean, by the end of the year, there was 10 cars in the parking lot, which is a big increase. So, I mean, losing 10 seniors last year, I didn't really know what to expect coming in. I knew guys were going to have to step up. I feel like we grew up as the season went along. Our 8-0-1 in the last 9 games really is an indication of how much we grew up throughout the season and what I expect going forward. We'll roll right into next year. So, as every year, injuries seem to be an issue. I think that's because of how hard we train and how hard we work. It just comes with the territory. And the good thing about this group, as in past groups, somebody just steps up. It's happened every year. Obviously, Cody was only able to play 8 games this year. Danny Sarko stepped up huge. Noah probably should have missed more games with a slight concussion issue, but he toughed it out, sucked through. I know Blake was dealing with an ankle injuries. Danny, I don't know what you're doing here, Anthony breaks his thumb, never heard a word about it again, just said, Coach, I can play, I'm good. Marcus, I hear he's out for the year, a week later he's practicing. So, I mean, these guys are tough, they play through a lot of things, it doesn't go unnoticed. Pretty impressive, especially after an early morning game against Hubbard where it felt like we kind of got screwed. By a late penalty, we were still able to overcome it and still manage to win our league. I thought coming into the year, our biggest problem would really be scoring goals. I knew Cody, Jackson, both 3-year starters, are going to be solid in the back. I didn't know who was going to score goals. The fact that we scored 65 goals this season and only gave up 13 is, I could not have dreamt that would happen this year. So I'm very impressed, and it really, they set the tone right from the first game, beating Badger at Badger 7-0, Blake having 4 goals and Noah having 3 assists. I knew, hey, maybe we're not going to have such a hard time scoring goals after all. So it was a good way to start the year, took pressure off me, and I think pressure off everybody else, saying, hey, we're going to be just fine. So, game at Canfield where we ended up losing 1-0. Now, I would like to apologize for those of you that might not know me that well. I was acting kind of like a maniac that night. I was trying to get carded, and the guy still wouldn't walk over. So, that was the same week that the stuff with Hubbard happened, and I think that was definitely our low point of the season where we kind of felt like everybody and everything was not going our way. Of the 4 losses we had, 3, they were all 1-goal losses, which is tough enough. And 3 of them involved penalty kicks for the go-ahead goal. So makes it even tougher to stomach. So, I mean, as good a year as we had, we still feel like could have been better. I mean, there's no doubt of that. I'm not going to hide that. So, I'm calling this year, though, the year of the penalty kick. Because we had 10, which I don't think we've had in the last 2 years combined. Noah drew 8 of them, which is unheard of in a career, let alone a season. We made 9 of the 10, which is very impressive. Like I said, though, unfortunately, we gave up 4 of our own, and 3 of them ended up costing us games. And I won't even talk about the shootout against Champion that definitely cost us the game. So definitely a weird year, but a good year. The most impressive thing, though, about this team is that I had 7 players with 4 more assists. I mean, that's an unheard of number. Last year, I think Josh led the team in assists with 5 last year, and that was only 1 guy. We had 7 guys that had at least 4 this year, which was, it shows that their character, They don't care who had the glory. They were playing just to make sure their teammates did well. One guy scored, everybody was just as excited. The other thing that also reflects on you guys as parents, we only had 2 yellow cards all season. And one was, I don't know what Blake did. We still have to figure it out. He got fouled and somehow got a yellow card. And the other, Mac, he couldn't keep his mouth shut at Gerard. So. But to only have 2, anybody that watched us play last year, I mean, Matt Pasternak had 2 in the first 2 games. So. I will say, Noah had a yellow card in every scrimmage, but luckily got them all out of his system and had none in the rest of them. So, without further ado, I'm going to call him up.
Oh, God. Tanner.
All right, just as the seniors did, us juniors have put together some things for them. We have a certificate for Cody Dawson as the most injury-prone in recognition of being injured for half the season because there's nothing else they caught before. Look at that. All right, certificate for Mackie Williams of Stock Boy in recognition of missing practices because of working at Sparkle. All right, the next certificate goes to Skyler Mulligan, and it's the Bubbles Award in recognition of wearing goggles while he plays. Next certificate is to Will Pinkerton. It is Sergeant Pinkerton in recognition of being at boot camp all summer. And the last certificate goes to Jackson Gagney, and it is the Drama Queen certificate in recognition of him being late to every practice because of drama club.
Guys, if you dress for the tournament, I got t-shirts over there, so get them before you leave. If no one else has anything to say, good luck at your guys' indoor game at 9 o'clock.